Today, I represent a province that supply a critical mineral to the world. But more importantly, I represent a province that supply a critical mineral. I represent 1.4 million people who call North Maluku home. As you can see in the map, province North Maluku, we have 10 regions and 74% ocean area. We have 975 islands and consists of 1.4 million people. As you can see in the presentation, North Maluku has the highest GDP growth by quarter 1 2026, 19.6%. Last year, 2025, it was 34% year on year. But the question is, if you see, North Maluku is strategically competitive in 4 areas. The nickel that we have in North Maluku is high grade ore quality. It offers saprolite with 1.8 to 2.4 percentage and limonite at 1.4% among the best in Indonesia. This grade enable low cost, high efficiency in RKEF and HPAL operation. It's also stable ore chemistry compared to Sulawesi. Ore from Maluku Utara has lower variability, reducing processing loss and ensuring more predictable metallurgy recovery. And strategic market proximity, located 400 to 500 miles closer to key buyer in China, Japan, and Korea compared to other ports, resulting in lower shipping costs. And with natural deep water like Iwip and Obi, it requires no dredging and experience less congestion than like area like Morowali. In nickel ore, in Maluku Utara, we have RKEF and HPAL. We produce ferronickel and MHP, and then we also produce nickel matte, nickel sulfate as one of the main ingredients to produce the battery. In North Maluku, we have industrial owned by Wedabai, and it accounts 14% of global mined nickel, more than 3 times the next largest single operation. And the downstream capacity is equally concentrated with 13% of global refining and core and Wedabai. This scale is structural, not cyclical, underpinned by Indonesia deepest laterite reserve base. Yeah. In the past, we do the extraction for the ore, and then that's like 2000, and then 2018 we start with refining, creating more value-added, downstreaming, and then with innovation, and now we at the stage for human capital in order to gain prosperity in North Maluku. Everyone talking about nickel, but my people are asking a simple question. How can global demand create global prosperity? Because while the world sees nickel, we see school, we see hospital, we see fishing village, we see farmer, we see young people dreaming about a better future. And that is why I would like to invite you all to think beyond volume, beyond production, beyond export, beyond GDP growth, because the most important question is no longer how much nickel we produce. The more important question is what value will remain after the nickel is gone. As I mentioned earlier, that North Maluku, our province, contribute an estimated 13 to 15% of global mining ore supply and hosts one of the world's most significant laterite resource bases. We are home to one of the largest nickel industrial ecosystem in the world. We are connected to the global EV and EV supply chain. We are helping power the energy transition. These are achievements that we are proud of. But scale alone is not enough because scale creates responsibility. The larger we become, the greater the expectation. The greater the expectation, the more important trust becomes. And trust is exactly what ESG matters. Yesterday, I just came back from North Maluku together with all the global institute, together with Kadin UK and Kadin Indonesia. We have a North Maluku sustainability trip, bringing together international industry ESG, academy stakeholders, and together with our friends from Glencore, Nickel Institute, Global Institute, Global Battery Alliance, ICM, GIZ, IRMA, and University of Indonesia, we visit Wedabai to see how they implement a good mining practice and implement ECG in good standard. For many years, company asked, can we produce more? Today, the world asks, how was it produced? Who benefit? What legacy remains? And these are the right questions because the future will not belong only to green product. It will belong to the green production. We're all talking about battery for a better world with a low emission. We promote the green product, but we have to make sure that the green product comes from a green production as well. A battery cannot be truly green if communities are left behind. And electrical vehicle cannot be truly sustainable if the processing are degraded. The energy transition cannot succeed if local people do not share its benefit. That is why ESG is not longer about compliance. ESG is about trust. As mentioned earlier by Mr. Mana and Mr. Adam, that this is all about trust. Trust from the community, trust from investors, trust from customers, and trust from future generations. And this brings me to a concept that guides our thinking in North Maluku. Intergenerational stewardship. We believe natural resources are not simply assets we own. They are a trust we manage, a trust borrowed from future generations, because one day the nickel will gone. That is not excuses. This is a reality. The question is, when the day comes, what will remain? Will people remember how many million of tons we produce? Perhaps, but that is not what matters most. What matters is whether we use the opportunity wisely, whether we transform mineral wealth into a human development, whether we build a stronger hospital, better school, connected road and bridge, better skill, transfer knowledge, stronger local businesses, a larger middle class, a healthier environment, because if all remains is a hole in the ground, then we have failed. But if what remains is a stronger generation, then we have succeeded. That is why in North Maluku, success will not be measured only by a production. Success will be measured by outcomes, by increase in local income, increase in local procurement, increase in local employment, increase in a better education, increase in healthcare, increase in the middle class um, in North Maluku, and increase in the environmental quality, water quality, sustainability, and then will be decrease in poverty and more local supervisor, more local people with higher skill, technology, skill, and then these are the indicators that matter because economic growth must ultimately be reflected in the well-being and prosperity of our people, especially in North Maluku. Ladies and gentlemen, history will remember this generation as the generation that powered the global energy. But future generation will ask a different question. They will not ask how much nickel was extracted. They will ask what did we do with the opportunity. Did we merely more mineral or did we create opportunity? Did we simply export resources or did we build prosperity? Did we consume an inheritance or did we leave a legacy? Because the true legacy of drum streaming is not nickel. It's not only growth of economy. The true legacy of drum streaming is the human development. The true measure of success is not what we take from the earth. It is what we leave behind to the people who call this place North Maluku a home. Thank you for all the attention. May North Maluku not be remembered as the place where nickel was mined. May it be remembered as a place where we turn natural resources into opportunity, dignity, lasting prosperity, and for the generation to come. Because remember, kita itu tidak mewarisi bumi dari nenek moyang kita, tetapi kita meminjamnya dari anak cucu kita. Terima kasih. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Your Excellency. Thank you for that visionary address. But now remain on stage.